They watch day and night for the favorable moment. So to put a little buttercup bow cap on that story I was just saying is that this Protestant in this webinar said something very interesting, made me think the whole time, is that not only is God with you when you're doing your disgusting things, you know, those mortal sins, but the devil and the demons are also watching. So they're sitting there like, ooh, this is how we got him. This is what we did to get him into alcoholism or talking about bad about his her husband or his wife. This is how we got him to take ayahuasca or pot or put them into an altered state through some party drugs. This was an easy way that we can get him to watch illicit material, have her act on the illicit material, if you know what I mean. So essentially day and night, they're waiting and watching, and the Protestant belief was that there are watchers. They can't do anything, these demons, but they watch, and then they communicate to the higher level demons that then can do something once you open the door, willingly or unwillingly, into a mortal sin. For that end, they go around about us incessantly to devour us and to snatch us in that one moment by sin, all of the graces and all of the merits we've gained for many years. For many years, we have all these graces, all of this chaste, and we're living so pious, and we're fasting, and we're praying, and we're doing everything right, and God is pleased by us. But those demons are just sitting there, and they're waiting for that one slip up, that one anger, that one pounding of the table, the one just talking absolutely terrible about a colleague, and then you just get angry in traffic, and then you're short with your spouse, and then you yell at your kids, and then the demons just, they come in, and you're like, what is going on? You have no idea, but it was just this lead up through the whole day. You've been amazing for all these years, but they're waiting for that one moment, that one 30-minute area where you just have a slip up. And that was almost me yesterday, where I was just spiritually attacked for 30 minutes. I'm just walking around the most crowded city in the United States, New York. And I'm just getting attacked just mentally. And it's like, don't go to church. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? I'm just walking down Broadway. It's a beautiful day out. I'm like, I need to go inside. I was supposed to go out, drop my stuff at Whole Foods, which I did, and then go to church, the 12:15 Mass. And I was just getting, boom, just bombarded with these thoughts, these lustful thoughts that I'm like, this is not me. I'm experienced enough, I'm mature enough that I understand this is not me, these are not my thoughts. I cannot walk into church like this as a disgusting, thoughtful sinner. I'm not going to be able to just walk in. It's just going to be cleansed off of me. So I went back to work. I then came to the realization that silence, no cell phone, have to be away from people, nothing, and just go through the spiritual cleansing of being in the Word, being in my mind, being in the repentance, think of the Lord, think of the love, think of what He did, Calvary, going through the Rosary, going through each of the sorrowful mysteries, and then you just, seriously, so I got back to so 12:15 is the Mass. I was being bombarded before that for at least 20 minutes, and then it took me another 30 minutes, so it's about 50 minutes. And then at 12:45, I am just totally cleared. Totally clean. Like nothing happened. It was kind of like an alcoholic, which I have some experience in, unfortunately, being just this desire to go into a bar. And then out of nowhere, you just go, oh, okay. No, actually, I don't feel like it. You go, what the heck was that? 15 minutes ago, I was just ready to, act on these desires in the middle of the day in New York City. And then you're like, what the heck was that? It was an attack. And then sure enough, at night, you start talking about the attack, and then you're like, maybe they were trying to attack you so you sinned mortally, so you couldn't go to church, you couldn't get the Eucharist, and then you wouldn't talk about it on TikTok. I don't know. I don't know what the plans are, but I know that wasn't me. And the reason I say that is they were waiting for that slip up on my behalf. It could be years, and they're waiting for that one 30-minute moment, that one 10-minute moment, that one little slip up. Their malice, their experience, their goal, their number one goal is fear, misfortune, and immensely to have every single person who is fuller of grace than we are, richer in values, better founded in experience, far higher exalted in sanctity, to have been surprised, robbed, and unhappily pillaged. let me just say that in layman's terms. They are cunning. They are relentless. These are the demons. They are relentless. They're malice. They've experience. They've numbers. They've years. And they're waiting for that one misfortune for someone who's higher in grace than us, richer in virtue, better founded, better experienced, better exalted in sanctity, and then they surprise, rob, and unhappily pillage that person. I haven't even gotten over the entire list that I want to talk about, but this was such a shock to me. And the reason being is when it comes to sadness and change, there is no lack of grace on there. They could care less. They hate you. They hate you. So they want you fallen from grace any way possible. That's why the title of this is How They Use You to Destroy Creation. They can't create. They can't create. The demons, they can't create. So they have to use you for their creation. They have to use you to destroy God's creation, whether it's through society, whether it's through the family or friendships or love or piety or fasting or chastity, any of the good virtues. Just obedience to the Lord, praying to the Lord, fasting for the Lord, being in the Word with the Lord. But no, they want to have someone come into your life to distract you, which is one of the biggest items here on the list of use to do the will of Satan and all of the demons. Continuing on there is no lack of grace, there is no lacking of man, but there is potentially a lack of humility. In other words, we are so prideful sometimes, myself included. I'm so prideful sometimes. Oh, I did the rosary. I did my consecration for the day. I'm good. I don't need to fast. I don't need to pray. I don't need to... Oh, I received the Eucharist. I listened piously to the homily, first and second readings, and of course the gospel.